Get 3 months of local news for just 99 cents a month. You'll get unlimited access to the news you need to stay engaged and connected to your community. Visit duluthnewstribune.com/subscribe now to get 3 months of local news for only 99 cents a month.
Hello, Northlanders. It's Friday, January 6th. I'm Dan Williamson with your Duluth News Tribune Minutes, presented by Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union.
The average MPECU member saves over $785 a year in better rates and lower fees. And with MPECU, every ATM is your ATM. With their free checking program, you get ATM fee reimbursements at any ATM anywhere in the U.S. Check out Minnesota Power Employees Credit Union's services online at mpecu.com or visit their offices in downtown Duluth, Arrowhead Road, or Miller Trunk Highway.
It's Friday, and if you're looking for ideas for fun things to do this weekend, Duluth News Tribune arts and entertainment reporter Jay Gabler has some options in this week's Best Bets.
Happy New Year! Holiday festivities over and it's back to normal in Duluth. That means celebrating Nicolas Cage's birthday. Wait, what? Yes, it's true. The movie star is turning 59 tomorrow, Saturday, and the St. Louis County Depot is celebrating tonight with what they are advertising as, quote, the first ever mini Nicolas Cage Film Fest and birthday celebration in Minnesota. They're going to screen 3 Nick Cage movies for free: National Treasure, Con Air, and Face Off. In order, starting at 5:30 p.m., there's going to be Nick Cage trivia, concession stand, and what they promise will be a very special birthday celebration when the time comes. Again, that is free tonight at the Depot. Meanwhile, up the shore at Lutsen Mountains, there's a ski party advertised as, quote, a throwback to a time when skiing was cool and sexy. Well, if you hit the slopes, you might be able to make it cool and sexy again, but you can come back to Papa Charlie's at night for a ski party music lineup. There's live music tonight, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday. Artists include Night Moves and Early Eyes tonight, and tomorrow night, Saturday, Lanu, Mae Simpson, and Charlie Parr. That is this weekend at Papa Charlie's up at Lutsen Mountains. You can learn more about that event and other best bets for the weekend at duluthnewstribune.com. I'm Jay Gabler.
Now here's a look at today's headlines. A man died after the pickup truck he was driving was hit by a train Thursday, the St. Louis County Sheriff's Office reported. The crash occurred around 10 a.m. at the intersection of Centerline Road and Industrial Road in the unincorporated community of Burnett in Industrial Township near Culver. The driver of the pickup, a 56-year-old man from Culver, was pronounced dead at the scene. According to the sheriff's office, the truck was traveling on Centerline Road and did not stop at the stop sign before the railroad crossing. The pickup was struck from the side by a northbound Canadian National train. There were no other occupants in the truck, and no railroad employees were injured. The name of the victim has not yet been released, pending notification of family members. The Industrial Township Fire Department, Grand Lake Fire Department, St. Louis County Rescue Squad, and Canadian National Railroad responded to the scene. U.S. Representative Pete Stauber is sticking with U.S. Representative Kevin McCarthy, a Republican from California, as his pick for the next Speaker of the House, voting for him 11 times as of Thursday, the third day in which GOP House members were unable to reach the votes needed to elect a Speaker. Quote, "It's time to elect Kevin McCarthy as Speaker so we can get to work on behalf of the American people to secure our border, restore American energy dominance, and rebuild a strong economy." End quote. Stauber, the Republican congressman from Hermantown, said in a statement to the News Tribune. His spokesperson, Eli Mansour, did not answer the News Tribune's question about whether Stauber thought it would be possible for a successful alternative Speaker candidate to emerge. Like Stauber, the other Republican representatives from Minnesota, Tom Emmer, Michelle Fischbach, and Brad Finstead, have also voted for McCarthy each time. To be elected Speaker, McCarthy only needs to reach a simple majority of 218 votes if all members vote, but a handful of the party's most conservative members have refused to vote for him for 3 days. In the first 2 ballots cast Tuesday, the first day of voting, McCarthy received 203 votes. That slipped to 201 votes Wednesday and 200 Thursday. Republicans picked up a narrow House majority in November's midterm elections with 222 seats, while Democrats have 212 seats. There is 1 vacant seat in the House. In each ballot round, all 212 Democrats have voted for Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries, a Democrat from New York. Failure to pick a speaker has meant that all House members have yet to be sworn in, and it puts all of the actual lawmaking on hold. It's the first time since 1923 that multiple ballots will be needed to select a speaker. The Minnesota Department of Health has issued a health advisory after 2 cases of Legionnaire's disease was contracted at Woodland Garden Apartments in Duluth. The cases, which were diagnosed in October and December, are believed to have the same source of exposure, according to the Minnesota Department of Health. Woodland Garden Apartments at 127 East Calvary Road is a 60-unit affordable housing complex for seniors. In a health advisory issued December 21st, MDH said 2 cases of Legionella in an apartment building are concerning because outbreaks in such a setting are fairly rare. The department noted that the disease has a high death rate and advanced age is a major risk factor. Legionnaire's disease is a severe form of pneumonia caused by a bacterial infection. The bacteria, Legionella, is found in soil and water and can multiply in water systems like large air conditioning system cooling towers, hot water heaters or tanks, fountains, pools, or hot tubs. The disease is especially dangerous for people who are age 50 or older, have weakened immune systems, have chronic lung conditions, and/or smoke. The disease primarily affects the lungs, but it occasionally can cause infections in wounds and in other parts of the body, including the heart. Doug Schultz, an information officer for the Minnesota Department of Health, said the state is investigating the source of the exposure so the hazard can be eliminated to prevent additional illnesses. The building is working with a Legionella consultant to test water and conduct an environmental assessment. Residents at Woodland Garden Apartments have also been recommended ways to decrease their risk of inhaling water and to prevent the spread of airborne particles. Symptoms of the bacterial pneumonia have been shared with the facility, so residents with symptoms can be tested with a Legionella urinary antigen test. Now here's a look at your forecast, brought to you by the Woman Today's 6th Annual Rosie Awards.
Duluth area weather for today, a little morning fog, otherwise clouds in the morning, gradually becoming sunny with temperatures reaching to somewhere around 20 degrees today. Very little wind out of the northwest during the afternoon. For tonight, clear and cold again, temperatures likely pretty close to 0. Might get foggy in a few spots overnight. Gradually becoming sunny again on Saturday with a high again near 20 with a similar day on Sunday. A little more breeze in the air will mean fog becoming less likely by Sunday. I'm Storm Tracker meteorologist John Wheeler.
Thank you to the Rosie Awards for their support. Northland women are a driving force in our community. They are advocates, mentors, volunteers, and leaders. Nominate a special woman you think deserves to be recognized at thewomantoday.com or by email at dearrosie@thewomantoday.com. Nominations are now open and continue through January 31st. Reporting for today's episode was done by Jay Gabler, Laura Butterbrodt, and Jimmy Lovren. Thank you for listening to the Duluth News Tribune Minutes. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday.